Okay, here we go. Sorry for the little delay there. So, celebrities are not your friend. You know what? Let's just go ahead and change it because that's a long ass title I have for the title. Just because a celebrity doesn't like you doesn't mean they're with the people. I'm just gonna say celebrities are not your friend. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna change it to that. Celebrities are not your friend. I'm trying to make it kicky. We don't need a whole lot of fancy stuff. The same thing where I type space doesn't exist. Anywho, celebrities are not your friend. They are not with you just because they say some things that you may agree with. Does not mean they're with you. Let's get that. Can we get that clear? You know, um, this is basically a response because I happen to follow this one channel that was saying the baby pissed off goat Lucy, referring to Lucifer, and the LGBTQ. Um, absolutely. Like I say, you get this all the time. So because the baby was talking about, gay dudes not sucking dick in the parking lot and women having pussy that smelled like water, I'm like, huh? I guess I'm too much of a virgin. I'm like, pussy smelling like water? What? Huh? Like, I thought pussy was pretty acidic. I was like, that's why people don't go down on women like that, because that'll burn your mouth, That'll kill you. Um, Beyond that, though, um, and what does the baby do about it? Well, what does the baby do? Well, he makes a video apologizing, saying, my gay fans, understood what I was saying, basically, and this and that. This is something people have to realize. And I think celebrities, of course, in today's 2021 can include a lot of folks, including people like me to a point. I'm here to provide commentary. And hopefully y'all enjoy what I say. That's the whole idea of it. But beyond that, though, celebrities, which include YouTube personalities, including sportscasters, this and that, and newscasters, are not your friend. Just because they say something that you vaguely agree with does not make them your friend. They have people that they answer to, and you're not one of them. I think people need to realize that. I think a lot of folks who are older do, but I think that it needs to be kind of conked in people's heads more. US has I'm going to sound like a lefty here and more of an SJW, but it has a toxic celebrity culture. It has this sort of celebrity culture where it's just like, let's buy their draws and stuff like that. It's like, come on, man. It's a disgusting thing. I know that exists in other parts of the world, but I'm only going to speak to the United States because I'm not going to speak on those other things. What I will say, though, is, these folks are not your allies. I was reading another article talking about Robert Mitchum. Robert Mitchum was working on a pro-Zionist film talking about the 1972 Olympics, I believe. Let's see here. Robert Mitchum filmography. Let's see what we got here. Robert Mitchum filmography. We need to look down at the 1980s. The Ambassador. No. I'm sorry. There's another film that he did before that he was kicked off of. I think it was no, it wasn't the ambassador though. The agency, Night Kill. No? Breakthrough. Not that one. He did a lot of shit movies, didn't he? Anyway, he did one of these pro-Zionist films, very much like, oh well, yeah, we were pushed into gas chambers. Now we're not being pushed into gas chambers, this and that, right? The thing is that what occurred is this: is that basically he started to say some stuff. Well, people question about what about the 6 million number of in the Holocaust. It's like, I'm not even going to sit here and get into that. But the thing is, though, is that he apologized, and then Robert Mitchum did a shit movie called The Ambassador, where he is literally a cuckold in the movie, and is sleeping with a Palestinian politician, and basically just gives in, basically. He's made it look like a coward completely. I haven't seen the movie because it's one of those Golem Globus movies, the Canon Group, basically. And there's only so much I can take with that type of shit. But yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of cringe, a lot of bullshit. I think it just goes to show, though, is that these celebrities will toe the line. They can go ahead and say fuck Trump, or I'm left wing, this and that. Guess what? They'll work with tyrannical governments because their producers want them to. They're actors and actresses. They represent a character. That's all it is. They represent a character in a movie. And you have to realize that. It's like, yeah, I enjoy Law and Order, but it's like, if I ever met I don't know, Jerry Orbach, who played, Detective Briscoe, is that he's a real person at the end of the day. This is getting real ranty. I'm sorry for the dead air. But basically, these celebrities are ordinary people at the end of the day. And that's not me even saying. I know people say that it's like, oh, respect their privacy. Look, I don't know. I guess if you want to try to be a hermit and not watch TV and watch movies, okay. And, be weary of YouTube personalities, even me, then you can do that. But basically, you should just realize is that these folks, just because they say something here and there that you agree with, doesn't mean they're going to go to bat for you, I imagine, I mean, it's the same type of thing. Another person you can bring up is Hanoi Jane, Jane Fonda, who went to North Vietnam and, of course, famously was pictured on an anti-aircraft gun, wearing an NVA hat and all this sort of thing. Even I have to say, that's pretty shit, to say the least. And now, of course, she's 80-something years old, getting arrested because of, some climate change activism. She doesn't care about you. It's lip service and it's virtue signaling. This person doesn't care. It's the same thing with people like John Lithgow or whoever, who was also arrested, but nobody gives a shit because it's like, generally speaking, nobody really acknowledges him, But it's one of those realizations you have to have. At the end of the day, you're going to live your life. And you can't live your life worried about what that person's going to do, because guess what? They've already made their choices. We need to realize that. They made their choices in life. And Those choices don't involve their fans. They'll say, oh, I love my fans, this and that, you know. But at the end of the day, they're like, we don't care about them, you know. Anywho, that was a long bit of rant, and apologies for the repeating of the phrases. I suddenly got sleepy, but yeah, these folks do not care. And the quicker you realize that, and the quicker we avoid trying to, dare I use this very sacrilegious term, but deify people and to make them into heroes or celebrities, or dare I say martyrs if they get killed. Let's be weary of that. I understand people use it for marketing, this and that, and, you know, people don't even know who people really are. It's just a myth at this point, you know, that has been created. So I don't know. I know people would say that sounds atheistic. I'm just going to be careful with what I'm saying. But honestly, just be careful with it. Anywho, that's all I got to say. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. See you later. Goodbye.